Shalom. First and foremost, son of all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Wakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone who ruled well and taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, salutations, and mercies to the elect, and the one-third remnant out there listening and doing his word with all faith and sincerity, scattered amongst the nations and the four corners of the earth. To you I say shalom. Lord willing, this video is edifying. It's going to be sent around. This article that I got by Sama.tv, and it's entitled Saudi Arabia Ends Talks on Normalization with Israel Amid Hamas-Israel War. All right, so what was once promising talks of a historic unification is now turned into resentment. Okay, these nations are sick and tired of Esau and his bullshit, man. Here it is. You was just making peace talks with Palestine, and then you go out, and there was no mercy with them. But these the same niggas that you was just trying to reconcile with on paper. All right, these nations around the globe, they see how you move. They've been watching you, and they're no longer, fooled by Esau Edom. Okay, the United States and other countries have actively encouraged Arab nations to normalize relations with Israel in recent years, and we know why. Because, in order for this whole Greater Israel project, they need Saudi Arabia to be aligned with them, right? Because they can't take on, all these enemies at one time and expect to come out on top. All right, and then one thing that you're seeing also is a normalization of ties between Saudi Arabia and Iran, because they both joining BRICS, right? So this thing is, is starting to turn against Esau. All right, and it's beautiful times, man. The decision, or in a surprising turn of events, Saudi Arabia has announced the end of all negotiations regarding normalization of relations with Israel. So they ended everything they was talking about, all those empty promises, the words, and the camaraderie, all that is gone. Why? Because they have chosen the side against Israel. They've chosen to support Hamas, right? And their newfound friend, Iran. Okay. One thing that these nations have in common, they have, their religious practices that are in common. And they're all united against Esau, because Esau has been the one, infiltrating and causing divisions and causing chaos within their community, man. The decision to terminate talks was conveyed to U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, marking a setback to recent U.S. efforts to broker peace and diplomatic ties between the two nations. Saudi Arabia's decision to halt negotiations raised questions about the future of the regional diplomacy and Middle East peace. As a key player in the region, Saudi Arabia's stance on Israel has always been closely monitored, because they understand, how vital the kingdom of Saudi Arabia is to their hegemony. They've been using it to prop up their dollar. They've been using it to keep, in ways that region destabilized by having them fight against nations like Yemen and Iran, and so they need them to turn coat, but it's not gonna happen. Okay, it's not gonna happen. And it's all gonna blow up in Esau's face. But I'm not gonna keep reading. I'm gonna get some scriptures. Point has been hit, I feel. This is Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I've made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. See, these nations all hate Israel. okay, and for good reasons. And not only do they hate Israel, they hate America. And they hate everything associated with America. So they hate Esau. The Lord is pouring out his spirit upon these nations, okay? Because a very heavy event is about to take place. And it's going to take a heavy spirit, a strong, strong spirit of hate to do what's going to be done. Because the Lord's going to bring these nations about to World War III. Okay? This is Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh Shemawashah. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. See? And it's beautiful because, it's prophesied that the Lord's going to turn all of America's enemies against him. Okay? And you kind of see it happening now. For the most part, the EU is still aligned with America. But it will be that, the day is going to come where even its closest allies, like Great Britain, France, Germany, they're going to all turn. Okay? And they're all starting, especially with the war in Ukraine, they kind of start trying to reason with each other a little more, as far as Russia is concerned, right? They're starting to try to reason because they understand, like, hey, these niggas can blow us. We the ones who got the most to lose with confrontation with these guys. Not America, but America's stoking the fire, though, right? And these nations, these Arab nations, these Hamite nations, Elam and Moab, China, they see it. All right? They see it, and the more events that happen, the more their hearts are going to change. The sentiment is going to change towards America. America's already hated, but not a lot of people, show it. These nations ain't yet showing it to the degree in which they will. It's coming. This is Micah 2. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their bed. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And, America's notorious. America and its allies are notorious for these evil, wicked practices. Staged events, false flags and shit. Watch just to get an agenda. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. And they did it to us being the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They did it to you first, and now they've taken that same MO abroad. Okay, and they've been doing the same thing to these other nations. That's where you get this whole Palestinian conflict from in the first place. Them rats over there in 1948 decided to go, do, through the Balfour Declarations. That land was given to them by, the elites of Esau, Edom. All right. And ever since then, they've been straight up oppressing them Arabs over there, man. Giving them all out hell. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Shemawashah, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this time is evil. And that's what's about to happen, man. Yahweh Shemawashah got their neck. He got Esau's neck on the chopping block, man. Okay, little does he know it. He think that he's doing, everything according to his plan, but really he's moving straight into prophecy, man. Full-fledged head first into World War III, which is going be interrupted, by Yahushua, and the armies of heaven. This is Jeremiah 50 And 9, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. See? So starting with Russia, Russia is going to have a gang, a posse with them, right? Full of very formidable foes, you know, China, India, you know, Iran, Saudi Arabia, just to name a few, you know, Ethiopia, Libya, all these nations are going to go directly against, you know, America, toe to toe with its allies, and you know, to the point to where your allies are even going to turn on you, man. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. See, because they got them coordinates. They've been perfected, you know, by the Smiths, you know, of this world. Those scientists, nuclear fusionists, and, you know, all those big titles. They're going to release all of those, all the payload on America. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. So after they do it, it's going to be like a relief. Like, ooh, like, yes. You know, we've been waiting so long, you know, to do that, you know, because America, you know, has been reigning long enough, man. In this terror, okay, and violence that is brought to the earth is near complete. Authentic of all praise on the glory to Yahweh Shema Shai by Shem Rakakwadash Wabba and DTA.